Good afternoon, everybody. This is Eric Severson coming to you from my backyard in lovely Jersey City, New Jersey. And it's Teacher Appreciation Week. I've been meaning to make a video for a while about just talking about what's been going on with this quarantine and what teachers are going through. And over the weekend, I was listening to this video call with an organization called Run for Something, which supports people that are thinking of getting involved in politics and involved in supporting people for local office and building their careers. And I logged in with a question from Twitter asking about what should us teachers do with all the budget cuts looming, with the way that COVID-19 has impacted the economy. And the gentleman who responded to my question said, biggest thing we can do is tell our story. So that's what I'm going to do here. Is before I start, some lovely orange pineapple iced tea. I've been brewing it by the gallon, so cheers. And yeah, all fellow educators out there and everybody who supports the school staff, I appreciate you, and salud, skol, however you want to say it. But anyhow, so today's May 4th. May the 4th be with you, as Star Wars nerds say. And it's been almost 2 months now since quarantine started. It began in mid-March, and I think a lot of people have already kind of lost sight of this and forgotten, but bear in mind that from the very beginning, teachers were put at risk. That the announcement that schools were going to be closed didn't happen until the last minute, and teachers were told to come in New York City for 3 days for this training that was done totally over the internet. It was something we easily could have done from home, but were sent in, and I'm sure the number of cases of COVID-19 among educators and school staff got worse because of that. And I'm hearing reports all over the city. Last I checked, there have been 60 fatalities from COVID-19 among members of the UFT. May even be higher now, and it's growing. And I have to keep that in mind, that the proper precautions weren't taken from the beginning. And as I said at the beginning, there's going to be a lot of rhetoric and a lot of propaganda about encouraging budget cuts and cuts to education. And you're going to hear people saying, like, well, all these teachers did was sit around on their couches and be on vacation for the last 4 months. Like, now that the whole school year is going to be done online. And I'm here to tell you that not only for me but for everyone I know, that is not true. I mean, just this morning, got up and did my usual thing as far as logging into the computer and checking the work that I posted in the middle of the night last night. Did an hour-long video call with some students. Did recording of myself where I read a chapter from the book, and started a discussion with my economics class from one of my personal favorite books, The Smartest Money Book You'll Ever Read by Daniel Solon. So yeah, there are some ways in which this is relaxing compared to the normal rigmarole of having to get up and commute and get to work on time. Like, there are some ways in which this is a little bit more free form, but don't think for a minute that we're just on vacation, that teachers aren't working. We the hours, if anything, are even extended in terms of whether it's checking Google Classroom, responding to comments, grading the work that students have submitted, answering emails. And it's a lot more work to set up a video conference, to do a class over Google Hangouts or Zoom or any of those platforms, because you have to log in and set up the link and get everybody to sign on and deal with people's connections not being good and all of that. I'm sure everybody's experienced that with just using these online platforms. So our contract says we work a 6-hour 50-minute day. I guarantee you every teacher that's involved in this remote learning thing is doing far more than that. And also keep in mind that we had those 3 days of training on this, and that was it. Like, with only 3 days of training, people were able to just completely retool their curriculum, just go from paper lessons on worksheets and out of textbooks to doing things completely online. And that happened within less than a week, and people transitioned seamlessly from in classroom to online instruction. And that's it's been an impressive feat, and people are just keep that in mind, that yeah, the buildings are closed, but teachers are still working. We're working even longer hours than we were before. And as far as Teacher Appreciation Week, I always say if you want to show that you appreciate us, do it with your vote. Do it by showing that you actually care in terms of, you know, keeping our budget viable and keeping us supported and well funded and given dignity and respect in the workplace. Like, we don't just need a Facebook post saying thank you teachers. Yeah, that's nice. And, you know, when school is in session, we get, you know, teacher appreciation breakfast with a bagel and some fruit. Like, yeah, that's nice, but we really need solidarity. We really need people behind us in terms of holding the politicians accountable and letting them know that your vote and your support for them is contingent on their support for us and the families and communities that we support. So hope that's helpful in terms of a little understanding of what we're doing right now. And yeah, don't let my lunch break in the beautiful day I'm lucky enough to experience out here fool you. We are working hard and getting it done. So yeah, solidarity with all educators, and bless you all. And again, may the 4th be with you. Bye-bye.